Hello, it's your boy Mr. CV. I'm back with another special video, and I'm excited. So let's go straight into it. Now, if you haven't watched my last video about being a landlord in London, definitely go watch that video, because that video is a very important video, and that video just leads on to this video, which is the reason why I'm making it as well. Now, as I mentioned before in the last video, I've been a landlord for the last 5 years now, dealing with different tenants, dealing with different people. But also, there are some key things that I've learnt whilst being a landlord, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I've picked 5 things which I've learnt being a landlord, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to it. Or if you're looking to become a landlord, or looking to own your own property, or just interested for the information's sake, or is something you aspire to, definitely I'm sure you can learn from this. And it's just a general life skill as well, so I'm sure a lot of you can relate to it. So let's go straight into video, because obviously I don't want to waffle for too long. I want to hit the nail on the head, so I just want to go straight in. Now, I've also got my book. Normally, the only time I use this mic, this is a Blue Yeti mic, which is quite good actually, and it's quite simple to use, so we just need to get used to it. So the mic itself is called Blue Yeti. If you create content and you want better sound as well, this is a very easy, accessible mic to use. Normally, I use this mic when I'm making my Wahala Wednesday video, but today I said, nah, I definitely need to use the mic for this video, and that's the reason why I'm doing it. Also, I normally just use my book too, doing my Wahala Wednesday video too, but for today, I'm using my book because I've written the 5 things down, and I've made a few notes, so it's going to help me when I'm making a video, just to remind myself of what are some of the 5 things. Remember, this video is about 5 things which I've learnt whilst being a landlord, so I'm definitely want to share that with you. And that might be a progression I make in the future, where I go into properties properly. I don't know. Let's see what the future holds, but I'm always excited because it's always an opportunity for me to learn and also get better as well. Anyways, let me not talk too much. Let's go straight into the video. The first thing I've learned as a landlord is there are endless of opportunities. Now, there are endless opportunities to make money. This is my lounge, which I've showed a video of my lounge, which you can see from the last video. And my lounge is quite big. So if I really wanted to make more money, all I have to do is put a lot of bunk beds in my lounge, and obviously I can get people to come and sleep over. Or I can put my flat into an Airbnb. I can also make more money too. So there are lots of opportunities to make money. Or even I can rent out my flat for music studios, or for podcasting, or for whatever things. But there are lots of opportunities to make money. That's why you have to decide what you want as a landlord. Do you want opportunities to make money, or do you want a place where you can sleep, where you can stay and have a lot of peace of mind? Now, obviously, a lot of people are fixated on making money, but trust me, sometimes you just want a peace of mind. Like, for example, I've chosen that I want a bit of peace of mind. Obviously, sometimes some people come over to come and sleep over, or friends come over, but a lot of the time, I'm the one monitoring my flat. I'm the one looking after my flat as well. For my peace of mind, I know that where I've left my things is where they are. I've had a lot of tenants who've come, and sometimes they break things, and these are things I have to fix. And the problem about a lot of these flats is, especially the new build flats, the flats are very technical. And because they're very technical, when someone breaks something, you have to look for exact thing. So it's quite hard sometimes. For me, I've chosen obviously peace of mind, in terms of obviously I'm living the property myself most of the time, unless obviously a few times people come and stay over, or I rent out my other room with just one person. And obviously that means, people are not just gonna come in and out. People are just gonna be staying into the property, and just your peace of mind is very important. And for me, peace of mind is very, very important. Like the fact that this is my flat, the fact that I can come into my flat, I can sit anywhere, nobody's gonna disturb me, nobody's gonna tell me do this, do that. For me, that's what's very important. And my flat is my flat itself is a definition, is a physical definition of my hard work. If you want to know what my hard work is, or what I put my money into, this is my flat. My flat is the physical definition of my hard work. Obviously, other people have physical definition of their hard work, but this is my pride. This is my joy. And trust me, if I have to do 50 jobs just to keep my flat, I'm ready to do that. So that's number one. Number one, endless opportunities to make money. Whatever ideas you have, you want to make money, having a flat or having a property gives you that opportunity. But like I said, you have to decide, do you want money or do you want a place where you can live and also have peace of mind as well? So the decision is yours. Let me go straight to number two. So number two is lots of things to learn. Wow, being a landlord, it's a lot of things to learn. It's a learning. You're learning every day because there's so many things like you have to fix. Like I said, some people break things. I have to call people. I have to fix things. I have to sort some things out. I have to get people to come in. And there's a lot of things. For example, as well, especially like I said, the flat is quite technical. So there's things that you have to service every year. So there's a boiler for hot water. You have to service that every year. So you have to remember that. Because of this place, where the shower is and the bath is, we don't have ventilation because of obviously there's no windows in the showers. So there's also things that is built into the flat that gives the flat ventilation. That also needs to be changed every 6 months. So those things as well, you have to learn those things. Another things as well is not everything you have to go and pay for. So for example, when someone moved out of my flat, I started doing the painting myself. I know some person was trying to charge me £280 for the painting. I said, nah, I'm going to go watch YouTube videos, go and learn how to paint. Painted one of the rooms that someone moved out of. I painted it myself. One of my showers or one of my bathrooms, I painted it myself. So these are just things you have to learn. And you have to be willing to be pushing yourself to learn these things because they're very important. If you don't learn these things, then you just end up paying for this, paying for this, paying for this. And trust me, people are charging ridiculous price. One of the towels that someone broke in my flat, so this person, I'm not sure what was going through their mind. So what they did was, after cooking, they took the food from the cooker, they put it straight on the towel. And what that happened was that it glued onto the towel because of the heat, and that scraped the towel off. So that itself is just a little tiny scratch that's costing nearly over £300 to fix. So it's just these things, and you just have to just consistently learn these things, because if not, like I said, you will, if things break, you will have to pay for a lot of things. So that's number two. Lots of things to learn. As much as there's lots of things to learn, you learn new skills. You learn so many new skills. You learn how to do things. You learn how to manage things. It's been a learning curve for me. Trust me, I'm learning on the job. I've learned on the job for the last 5 years now. So, and it's been wonderful. And obviously, I try and keep my flat as well maintained as possible. And obviously, hopefully, I'll look to do that for as long as I can, to be honest with you. Number three, build connection. That's very important. Now you have to build connection with a lot of people. So as much as obviously I fix some of the things myself, there are some things that I can't fix myself just because I don't have the skills or the knowledge to. So things such as plumbing work. So I have a team around me. That obviously whenever things break or things are out of my hand, maybe the toilet is drained or maybe there's a pipe that burst. So I have a team around me that have someone that comes and fix some of those things. And you just have to build connection with people, because obviously some people have those skills and knowledge that you might not have. So you might need to use their skills and knowledge. Also, you need to be able to have people that you can call to come and assist you as well. So it's very important. Also, when you're building connection with people as well, obviously you're also asking for advice, because obviously a lot of people also know more things than you do. So obviously you're also gaining their knowledge as well. And it's just important as well. Obviously, like I said, I have a team around me, people that work for me as well, that helps me sort some things out. Who knows, if I get another property, who knows. Obviously that team around me, I also carry them along as well to be able to help me out as well. Also, I have someone as well that does my DIY things as well, even though to be honest with you, I should learn those things myself, but I'm lazy in that part. But someone else also do my DIY for me, someone does my plumbing for me. And obviously there are parts where, like I mentioned before, I can do myself. Obviously if I can't do it, then obviously people do. Another one, number 4. So we're nearly there. So number 4, it's a process. It's a process. And as it's a process, being a landlord, you have to enjoy the process. Obviously, I'm new in the game. Obviously, I'm just being a landlord just recently, not very long. And like I said, it's just a process. I'm learning as I go along. I'm getting better. I have to also enjoy every process. I enjoy every process. Like the way I enjoy the process of making YouTube videos, editing, is the same way I apply in everything. Enjoying the process, because some days are difficult. Some days where you might have tenants where they do, obviously everybody is different, but they do some dumbness, and then you're like, it's tough. But then some days where you know everything is going well as well, so you just have to enjoy the process. You just have to enjoy every part of it. And like I said, this is a physical definition of my hard work, and because it's a physical definition of my hard work, it means I've got to enjoy it. I've got to when I wake up, just seeing the views itself, it's just part of the process. It makes me happy, it makes me smile. And obviously I'm just learning, getting better. And obviously I'm a person that I'm ambitious anyway. So this is not just, I don't feel this is just going to be my final property. I feel I'm going to push myself to be able to not just get this, but get to 100% of the property. Once I get to 100%, get other properties and just build it there as well. So I'm definitely doing that. And also, like I said, enjoy the process, enjoy the good parts, enjoy the bad parts, enjoy the difficulty, enjoy the challenges. So that's all I'm doing. So it's definitely a process, so make sure you enjoy it as well. And then the final part, this is quite important for me. So this final part is actually very, very important. Very, very important. Is have a contract with people. When it's family members, depending on how long they're coming to stay, let's say if they're coming to stay for a couple of days, that's not a problem. You don't really need to have a contract with them. But obviously, if they're staying for a prolonged period of time, I would recommend have a contract with them, sign with them, because sometimes some people just come in and they feel as if they're comfortable. And no. Have a contract with them. And make sure you sign, make sure you let people know that, okay, these are the terms and conditions, because you need to let people know that this is how you want your flat to be kept. And sometimes some people just get comfortable and think, oh, just because they're your family members, they can just come in and just stay for 2 years, they expect to be cool. No, I will also say put a contract down. Say, look, this is the length of time you're going to stay. This is how long you're going to stay for. If there are money involved in terms of maybe they might contribute to the rent or whatever you're paying, cool, put that in the contract as well. Don't just assume and think, oh yeah, it's absolutely fine that they're gonna, no, don't just do that. When it comes to the contract part, I'm not even thinking more about family. That just came to my head. I'm thinking more about obviously people you don't know, or even friends. Put contract down, trust me, because the problem with a lot of people is that I see is, oh, because he's my friend, we're just gonna come and live here or live in your flat, and then you just expect them to know what to do. Some people just don't know what to do. So sometimes you have to spell it out. You have to put in the contract and say, look, you have to sign this. Like me now, whenever someone wants to come and stay with me, obviously sometime when I rent out the room, whenever someone come and stay with me, first of all, if they're staying for a prolonged period of time, I give them a contract to sign first with rules and regulations. These are the rules. These are what I expect. This is what I don't expect. So everybody's clear. And once they do have that contract, first of all, they need to give me 3 months pay slip. That 3-month pay slip shows that they're working, because I learned that from one guy that came to stay with me. When he came to stay with me, he was working during that time. And then all of a sudden, about 2 weeks later, I see this guy not going to work, not doing anything, just sitting at home. So obviously in my mind, I don't want to interfere. So I thought, oh, maybe he's just on holiday. Maybe he's on annual leave. All of a sudden, obviously, he keeps on going. Whenever he was staying with me, he used to play PlayStation at the time. From 1st to the 15th of the month, he's winning, he's making noise. Then from 15th to like the 30th, this guy is quiet. And when he's now getting close to the time to pay the rent, he now runs to his cousin's place. And I'm like, what's going on? Not knowing this guy didn't have money for the rent. But for me, it's not even a big problem because no things happen, things take place. But normally what you should do, you should communicate with me. Because either way, I make sure I pay the money in advance anyway. Just because of if there's any issues or problems. But the fact is, you're not communicating with me, you just run away. And since then, I was like, you know what? Anyone that comes and stays with me, if they're staying for a prolonged period of time, first thing, especially if they if I rent out the room, first thing they need is they need to give me 3 months pay slip. And I'm going to call their manager at work to make sure that they're working. And the reason why I'm going to call their manager is because, let's say, for example, there's a delay in payments. Obviously, I know because they're working, that's not a problem at all. And if they communicate with me and say, look, there's an issue, there's a delay in payments, that's not an issue at all. I've had tenants who told me that, oh, okay, this month there's a delay in payments. I'm like, okay, no problem. Just pay me, obviously, whenever you can and give me your word for it and stick to your word. That's it. Simple as that. Another thing as well, when they do come with me, within the contract as well, is a 3 months probation. Because trust me, people are very different. People are very different, which I'm going to give you a bonus one. So just don't go anywhere. Wait, because I'm going to give you a bonus one. People are very, very different. In that 3 months probation, I see how people are like. I've had people that come and stay with me. I've had tenants that come and stay with me. And trust me, they like literally cleaning wise, they can't clean. They don't clean. They don't know how to wash plates. They can't do basic life skills. And then when I'm looking at that, I see how they like. Can I live with this person? Can I not live with this person? Within that 3 months, I'll be able to know. Obviously, if I'm able to live with that person, cool. We continue living. If I'm not able to live with that person, we shake hands or we go back to the contract and say, look, in the contract, I've given you a 3 months probation. I'm sorry, your lifestyle, my lifestyle is completely different. I think it's better to look for someone else. And it's not an issue because it's written in a contract. Now, if it wasn't written in a contract, that might be a very difficult conversation to have. So which is the reason why you need a contract and make sure you put a contract down. Just the final part, which I said it was going to be a bonus one. You need to be able to overlook things. Now, when you're living with people, one of the biggest problems with living with people is that people are so different. What you think and how you do things might be different from how someone else does things. In my flat, one of the things I have is in the room is a carpeted floor. It's not a wooden floor. So sometimes some people just come in. I don't mind people wearing shoes in my flat actually, especially in the lounge or the passageway because it's all wooden floor. I'm not that bothered. I've go to some of my friends' flat or some of my friends' houses, and when you enter their room or when you enter their house, they tell you take off your shoes. Some of them even give you flip-flops or slippers to wear whilst you're walking in their space. That's not a problem. Me, I'm not really that fussed. The only part I'm fussed at is when you go into the rooms, because it's carpeted floor, you can't just wear your shoes inside the room. And some people, they just come in, just wear their shoes inside the room. And I'm like, yo, come out. So you have to be able to overlook things. Now, when I'm saying overlooking things, is like, if it's tiny, tiny stuff, for example, maybe they do things that is different from you, you can't just be every moment start complaining, you didn't do this properly, you didn't do that properly. If you keep doing that, you're not going to be able to live peacefully. You're just going to be constantly nagging. You're just going to be stressing yourself. So the best thing is, as much as you're overlooking things, if it bothers you that much, have a conversation with that person. Have a conversation. When you live with someone anyway, you need to be able to overlook certain things. You need to be able to understand how they live. They might live differently to you. You may be able to understand them. But these are some of the things that I've learned as a landlord. Obviously, if I missed anything as well, please let me know. Put it in the comment section. I'm just one of many people that obviously have a flat. Like I said, is a physical definition of my hard work. Obviously, I'm not a person that obviously praises myself because I try not to. I try and stay as humble as possible. But that doesn't mean I don't know the value and the grace I carry. So, and that's what's important to me. Where I've come from is difficult. It's tough. But I can honestly, regardless of whatever anyone says, I can honestly say I'm proud of myself. It's been a difficult journey. It's still a journey. Like I said, it's a process. It's a process, and we're still in this process. So it's not like as if just because we're there or we're getting there, we'll now stop and relax. No. Obviously, I'm a person, like I said, I'll push myself to as high as I can get to. because I believe in that. So it's your boy Mr. CV. If you watch this video, you're inspired by it. If you watch this video, it impacted you positively, definitely click the like button, share to the people that you know, and definitely subscribe to the channel and support the channel. Support your boy Mr. CV. And together, we are going to make it to the top. Have a nice day and hope you're enjoying the weather wherever you are. Hope you're having a nice time wherever you are, and keep watching and look forward to watching the next video. Take care. Adios, amigos. Wow.